What's up, YouTube? This is Lord Potato Llama Gaming, and I am back with a brand new episode of PokeMMO, here with Buffin Guest, aka Pokemon fanfiction novels.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. And, we are here... Woo! Pokemon Center, yeah. We gotta go back to
longer.
Hoenn. Yeah,
oh, yeah.
We have to go back to Hoenn.
I believe I can fly!
A lot of people say that YouTube is like a bad job because it's not guaranteed or anything, and that part is true, but it's also because YouTube changes people. And I don't think it's YouTube that changes people. I think what changes people is how they do on YouTube. If they get like 10 subs and they want to make a living on YouTube, they're gonna be miserable. And if they get a billion views a week, you know, it's gonna be... They're going to be rich. They're gonna have a ton of money. They're gonna have a lot of stuff. And they're going to get cocky. They're going to be, let's go for a Protect. Actually, a Flash Cannon, excuse me. They're gonna change. And that's not because of YouTube. That's because of, riches and power. You have power on the internet because you got a huge channel. You got a lot of money because you got a huge channel. So, I think that part of it changes people, not YouTube itself. Because I haven't really changed because of YouTube. I've more changed because of the people I've met. So...
I'm gonna assume you're not getting paid for the videos you're putting on YouTube.
No, I have 65 subscribers and not even a quarter of them watch my videos.
Mm-hmm. So are there any good outcomes, like at all?
For being a YouTuber?
Yeah, it's like, okay, so, you know, I get on YouTube and I get less than 10 views for any video, and, you know, I've honestly just kind of shrugged and kept going anyway. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just a weird person, but, I mean, does anybody get better for it?
Well, one of the benefits is the people who watch your videos, you start making your videos for them. If you, let's say you have 5 viewers, you make those videos for those 5 viewers, and they pretty much, it's pretty much like telling jokes and having fun with your friends at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So you do meet new people, but you also have to realize that you're not going to meet all the new people if you have a huge channel. So what a lot of people do when... A lot of people want a lot of views, and a lot of people want a lot of subs. The good part about not getting those is that you're closer to your fan base when you record. And if you're introverted like me, I am an introvert, and I know I don't seem like it, but I am. If you meet me in real life, I will freeze up and shit my pants. But the few people who watch my videos, I'm pretty close with. I talk to them on Discord, I talk to them in the comments, I talk to them on PokeCharms, and it's just really nice.
So how many years of a relationship have you had with your... I know that I'm using, like, group terminology here right now, and obviously it's different for each individual here, but let's just say, when did they first become a group? How many years ago?
I have no idea. I actually just kind of joined in. I think they said like 4 or 5 years ago.
So you're like a newcomer to the posse?
Yeah. That's the best way to put it.
They're gonna do full restores. They should not be using full restores when their Pokemon are level 28. So, I heard this thing like way long ago when I was in high school. I read it from a book. I don't know if it even applies because it's so outdated. But it was something like, the maximum amount of people you could have for a close-knit group is 12. After that, it just becomes too many faces to keep track of. It's just, you can't maintain the close-knittedness or whatever. So, yeah. I don't know if that's true or anything, but...
The friend group right now is about 8 people, so... And I know all of them really well.
Sort of on topic, so, Pen. Do you guys in the audience, by the way, know who Pen is?
They do. I have recorded with Pen and Parchment before.
Okay. So it's like, a little while ago, or, well, okay, I guess it's been longer now, she talked about Dragon Quest. And, you know, there was... Draconic Quest, thank you. It was, like a preview that she'd put out, but it's been like, what, a month and a half now? Anything going on with that?
Yeah, they're trying to get it out, but because of school and such, it's really being held back. Why does it know fucking thunder?
Oh, geez, I was spectating that.
What?
It was critical and it still didn't kill you. Okay, well, that's good at least. I try to get into RPs to see them through to the end. It's like, okay, everybody has a vision when they start out. They want to tell a beautiful story, but, you know, you gotta work for it.
Yeah,
you know,
for
it's
sure.
Like, it's like we play video games, and we think that, oh, it won't be any big deal. I managed to beat this video game. I got to the end of this video game. But you're hardly doing any of the work in the video game. Like, you're just along for the ride, really. You're making it go forward, but, you know, everything else is pretty much working together with you. Whereas, you know, when you're co-writing a story, which is what role-playing is...
Yeah, essentially.
You're dependent upon the others to, you know, pull their share of the load as well. And it's like, here's the analogy I use. An airplane, in order to maintain its flight, it has to keep a forward momentum. You know, otherwise it's going down. You're going to have to get off your bike for this part. There's a hidden creature blocking your way. Well, you could fight it, I guess. Anyway, so the forward momentum is not maintained when there are people who are like, yeah, I don't feel like it today. And then one day draws out to 2 days, and then 2 days, 3 days, and, you know. And then off it goes to the airplane graveyard that is the 2,000, 3,000 some dead RPs on the second page and onwards in PokeCharm. So I am that guy who will push people to, come on, you know, you said that you wanted to do this, you had a vision, let's push through the pain, you know, writer's block and law of diminishing returns be damned, let's do this! Sorry for the long-winded speech.
Oh, don't worry about it. I think I did a long-winded speech about the YouTube thing, so we're even now. Onward, forward to victory. Kindergarten. The newer... It's a newer game, have you heard of it?
I've heard of it, something about murdering little kids.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of murder in it. It's like 8-bit murder.
But you're a little kid in the game too, right?
Yeah, you're a kindergartner.
Okay, so that makes it okay. I mean, as long as you're both in the same age group.
Yeah. Definitely. It's always okay to murder someone your own age.
So, I've been thinking about this for a little while here. It's like, up until now, I've pretty much had so much stuff going on in my life, like, you know, for a while after college, it was like, okay, I gotta get a job now, and then when I finally got a job, alright, now I gotta search for a house to stay in that's, you know, can be mine, and then once I got the teaching job, alright, now I gotta figure out how to be a good English teacher and, you know, make all this lesson planning, blah, blah, blah. And so finally, after catching up on life, now I'm at the point where I no longer have all these other concerns that are the forefront of my mind. So I'm wondering, like, what sorts of games do people constantly play together? Because playing alone, that's not really a thing. It's a thing these days, but playing together is a much bigger thing these days. Who's playing more game systems, the PlayStation 2 or the Xbox One or whatever the new Xbox is, or are they all on computer consoles, and are they all on Steam, or, you know, are they all on Discord, or where are the cool kids getting together to play their games? I know that was stupid, but I just wonder.
Honestly, a lot of the people... I watch YouTube a billion times more than I record, okay? Mm-hmm. And honestly, what people record are what people find fun. Mm-hmm. So if you find a game fun and it's multiplayer, you play with someone else. If you find a game fun and it's in a single player, you play it by yourself. Mm-hmm. And the main thing is... And if you're talking about recording right now, if you're having fun, your audience will have fun. That's one of the biggest things for YouTube. And that goes to you guys, too. If you want to start recording, which I highly recommend, no matter how big your fan base, I'm sure you're going to have viewers. Don't worry about how you look to them. As long as you don't, like, shit on your viewers every 5 milliseconds in your video, you'll be fine.
Like, you guys suck. No, I'm kidding.
You guys are terrible. I'm going home. That's just the one cardinal rule that you have to remember. If you have fun, your audience has fun. So just have fun with it. Like we're doing right now. I get you guys know I get competitive because I get pissed off at those at certain battles. And it's because it's just fucking, some of them are enraging and it's the worst.
So I know that this is, you know, Pokemon that we're supposed to be playing and watching and stuff right now, but I want to take advantage of your audience for just a little bit longer and ask, like, about other stuff besides Pokemon, as far as gaming goes. Like, all right, so I've watched a bunch of games now where Ark Survival Evolved is the thing that comes to the forefront of my mind. Do you know what that is, Potato?
Yeah, my friend actually plays that for his YouTube channel.
So anybody who's seen that game knows that it's really hard to play single player, and also it's like you're pretty much alone in this big empty world. It's not like, a big world exploring game where a bunch of NPCs talk to you. No, it's you alone with a bunch of dinosaurs, unless you have a tribe together. And the problem with games like that, again, is you run the risk of running into a bunch of trolls or running into an environment in which, after spending weeks and weeks building stuff, it gets broken in minutes. So I guess I'm building up to this. Like, do any of you guys feel like at some points getting together playing Ark, or do you even have the capability to play it? Can you afford the systems? I know gaming's expensive these days. I'm just kind of feeling out, like, different people. Where are they? What are they doing? Where can I find the people who will not bite my head off online?
I cry. I'm sorry. I'm blind!
Oh.
I ruin all your... Why does everything I touch have to turn to shit?
You ever see that video, The Count Censored?
Yes, I love that. I actually made one called Ernie Censored. Can I just point out that this is the most fun I've had in the series yet? Oh god. What's going on? It's just a ball of fruit. This is madness.
So anybody who's stuck with us this far, you guys out in the audience, you know that there are times whenever, we both run out of stuff to say. We might make a couple of weird noises, but it's not like we're having like an in-depth, engaging discussion. We're just kind of trying to fill in the noise, but sometimes we just get silent. Well, this is kind of why I brought up the whole thing about, getting others in on this, or finding a group of people to play with, because I've watched stuff like Neebs Gaming, and there's like 4 of them playing together, sometimes 5, and they always have something to say because, out of 4 or 5 people, there's going to be somebody who comes up with something good. So
yeah.
That's why this is on my mind.
No, and that's fair. And another thing that I was going to do too was my friend group that I was talking about earlier. We were all gonna sit down and we were gonna record just a ton of Gmod.
Mm-hmm.
And 6 or 7 people playing Gmod at the same time. Yeah. Why am I registering everyone on my phone without consent? Oh, Morty. Oh god. It's Mega Drain. And he used the Hyper Potion.
Hey, so, you guys in the audience who are fans of May, you get your wish. This game you guys who have ever played this game before, you know that May, the last time you fight her starter never fully evolves, right? I look at that and I was like, oh, really? May just kind of gave up and petered out. Well, you are in for a treat today.
Oh, no.
I give Bianca a lot of crap, but, I don't with May, because I like May's character. For instance, the last time we saw May, and we beat her, the script later showed that May was riding away with a red face, like, full of anger. You'd think that she's this upbeat girl, and she is, but she kind of puts on a facade for you, and then masks her true feelings of anger when she keeps losing to you over and over again. I like that a lot. I think, okay, too. That's well based. I'd be super pissed off too if I kept losing to this person who only just started training over and over again. I mean, canonically. Anyway, it's nice to see May with her final team. Oh, you beat her before me. Okay.
I one-shot almost her entire team, so...
And of all the points in the game, this is the part where it is the easiest, at least I think, to get confused about stuff. How are you supposed to know to go to Mount Pi or Pier or whatever? So when I first came here to this mountain, I thought, oh, okay, so it's another Pokemon Tower with a bunch of this region's version of Ghastly, and I have to get to the top. And so I got to the top, and I looked around, it's like, all right, now what? And it turned out I didn't have to go up to the top at all. It was just a side quest for training. And I was a little irritated, but, whatever. I got a little bit more EXP. Still wouldn't do it again if I didn't have to.
I used to think that the more Pokemon used a move, the stronger the move became. That was just EVs.
Everybody in the audience who's never played this before, which, you know, I'm sure is like one of you, yeah, get ready for a bunch of Team Evil Guy battles again.
What happens when it's... Oh god.
Oh, that was unpleasant.
See, the thing that they say in both games, for the Team Magma guys, it's like, there would be more land for people to build houses and stuff. Everyone would be happy. And I nod, and I'm like, okay, I guess I could get on board with that. But then with the Team Aqua guys, they'd say, there'd be more places for water Pokemon to live. Everyone would be happy. And I'm like, no, I'm not on board with that.
That is not okay. That's how you use one hand to open a can of iced tea.
Wahaha, what did we uncover? I'll tell you if you beat me. Trust me, it's a really big surprise secret. It's not like it's on the cover of the game cartridge.
Oh god, excuse me. Okay. No!
You need some Pepto-Bismol, buddy. Why do you guys dress up in hoods inside a volcano?
Now I have to ask, what is your favorite legendary Pokemon excluding special forms?
Jeez. I'd have to say Zapdos, but Latios is a very close second. Yeah, aesthetically pleasing-wise, Suicune. Anyway, how about you?
That's tough. For aesthetics, I actually have to say Shaymin.
Oh, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, you grow your own plant out of the... No, never mind. That was a dumb...
You mean a Chia Pet?
Not... Yeah! That's what it reminded me of. It's like, oh, wipe my foot on this. Anyway, go ahead.
But in all other terms, I have to say my favorite is a tie between Dialga and Groudon. Mewtwo obviously holds a special place in my heart because it was the first legendary I caught. I caught him before the Zapdos, Articuno, and Moltres, but... Yeah,
I like Mewtwo just not because of being, like, my first legendary, but because he's got probably the most complex backstory of any Pokemon ever. When we talk about, like, key events in a game to move things along, what are they called? Scripted events? This is one of the weaker ones. You know, you come in here because you think, okay, well, I guess I've got this emblem, I better use it. And it turns out, whether you had come here or not, nothing would have changed. Like, all you do is walk up to the guy, you witness Groudon waking up, but Groudon still would have marched away in anger anyway. You know? So, Maxie thinks you must have pulled a cheap stunt, but it's like, why are you getting mad at me? I didn't do anything.
Holy shit.
It would have been exactly the same. If you just waited outside for 10 minutes with your arms crossed tapping your foot, you could have just moved along with the plot. Anyway, what happened?
I one-shot the Camerupt with an Earthquake from Rhyperior, even with Solid Rock.
Oh no, I'm not surprised. That's a heavy hit.
You clod. Bop-da-bop!
You know, if we hadn't trained in 2 other regions, this would be really hard, because, you know, if you'll recall, the audience, about 5 minutes ago, we were fighting Pokemon about level 30, maybe, and now we're fighting Pokemon level 36, 37, 38. You know, a jump of 8 levels at this point in the game is, you know, no laughing matter. This is actually nuts.
Yep, yet again, Embor carries the team.
Okay, and now I'm gonna fly to Slateport City.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to hit that like button. Check out PFN's channel. Check out other videos on my channel, please. I'm lonely. Thank you guys again so much for watching. This is a dream come true for me. You guys are amazing. You should feel amazing. And we will see you in the next episode.